Dogs, fluffy loyal companions that can cost, in the States, as little as $50 to adopt. But for those looking to splash out, some breeds can be a little more expensive. In this video, we're looking at some of the most expensive dog breeds in the world, starting with the Samoyed. Now, according to Newsweek, the average price for a Samoyed puppy hovers right around $3,000. These dogs are very friendly and have plenty of energy. In fact, they were originally bred by the Samoyedic people in Siberia for hunting and watching their camps, but over time, dogs and handlers became inseparable, even cuddling up together to stay warm during the cold nights. These dogs tend to remain fairly healthy, but be prepared to shell out up to $4,800 of medical costs during the dog's lifetime. Famous Samoyed owners include Kelly Clarkson and Bradley Cooper. Next up, we've got the Tibetan Mastiff, a dog whose veins are literally said to contain lion's blood. Now, while the claim does seem doubtful, it's not too hard to see where it comes from. In fact, Genghis Khan apparently took 30,000 of these dogs with his army when he tried to conquer Western Europe. Tibetan Mastiffs are highly protective and loyal dogs that just happen to also look like the most comfortable pillow you could imagine. So how much do one of these fluffy canines cost? Well, in the US you can expect to pay up to $5,000, and celebrities who have indeed paid that fee include Dwayne Johnson, Vin Diesel and Christina Aguilera. But the prices in the Far East can be far more expensive. For example, in 2011, a Tibetan Mastiff named Big Splash sold for $1.5 million, making it the most expensive dog in the world. Then, just a few years later, the record was shattered when another Tibetan Mastiff sold for nearly $1.9 million. To this day, this puppy remains the most expensive dog ever sold. Now for the Löwchen. While the Tibetan Mastiff may or may not have lion in its blood, one thing we know for sure is the Löwchen has lion in its name. Löwchen being German for little lion. How much does it cost to own one? Well, if you want to buy one from a good breeder, be prepared to spend up to $10,000. Why so expensive? Well, this dog is rare, very rare. In fact, back in 1960, the Guinness Book of World Records named it the rarest dog breed in the world. As far back as the Middle Ages, Löwchens were popular with the upper class, and we often see them in paintings dating back to that era. According to legend, noble women used to use them as hot water bottles. They'd place their fluffy friends under the covers at night to help them keep warm. But whether you live in a castle or an apartment, these cute little lions are sure to bring you joy. They're fast learners, and despite their size, can make for pretty formidable guard dogs. In fact, their loyalty has also made it into legend. According to a famous story from the 1700s, one Löwchen was so loyal that he jumped out of a window 60 feet above a river just so that he could join his owner on a hunting trip. But if you really want a guard dog, you may want to take a look at the next two breeds. Bred for confidence, loyalty, intelligence and courage, it's no wonder that the German Shepherd has been one of the top 10 most popular dogs in the US for the past several decades. Used as the dog of choice by both the army and the police force, the German Shepherd makes for an excellent family dog and guard dog. And that explains why countless celebrities including Miley Cyrus, Tom Hanks, Jake Gyllenhaal and Jennifer Lopez, to name but a few, are all proud owners of German Shepherds. How much do these protective companions cost? Well, you can get one for under $2,000, but despite their strength and toughness, medical bills for this breed can reach up to $20,000 or more due to conditions such as hip dysplasia. Now, the Rottweiler is another breed known to be a great guard dog. In fact, they were bred that way as far back as the Roman Empire, when they were mixed with Asian Mastiffs and used to guard and herd animals. Those instincts make Rottweilers especially suited to watching over families, which is why Will Smith, Bruno Mars and even Leonardo DiCaprio have all owned Rottweilers at one stage. But like the other dogs in this video, they don't come cheap. The average cost to buy a Rottweiler is typically between $1,000 to $5,000 depending on the breeder you go to. Of course, if you're really serious about security, the sky's the limit in terms of price. While any Rottweiler or German Shepherd will probably do a decent job of scaring off intruders, for those who really need extra security, training is a must, and well-trained protection dogs can run anywhere from $30,000 to $230,000. Yep, that's right, some of these four-legged guard dogs can cost more than a house. How can you justify such a high price? Well, these dogs are hand-selected based on traits displayed as puppies. After carefully selecting those that are the most loyal and the most protective, the pups will then receive between 6 to 12 months of vigorous training so they know exactly what to do in order to keep their owners safe in practically any circumstance. And speaking of protection and security, if you'd like to learn more about how the ultra-rich keep their families safe, I'll include a link in the description down below for you to check out this video. Moving on, another highly popular dog is the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and you can see why, right? Quiet, easy to train, and great with kids, this dog is easy to fall in love with. Unfortunately, King Charles Spaniels often have heart and spinal problems, so while they may only cost $1,500 on average to buy, their potential medical bills can stack up to more than $1,000 a year. And with an average lifespan of between 12 to 14 years, I'll let you do the math on that. But even with those medical costs in mind, with its big watery eyes and gentle demeanour, if you can afford it, a King Charles Spaniel will quickly become your new best friend. Celebrities who've owned a King Charles Spaniel include President Ronald Reagan, Courtney Cox, Victoria Beckham, and even Princess Margaret, sister of Queen Elizabeth II. Not really a surprise given the regal nature of the name, right? Next up, we have the Portuguese Water Dog. Let me tell you, if you're a fisherman, this breed could turn out to be the best sidekick you could hope for. And even if you're not a fisherman, it could still be the perfect companion. As a medium-sized, high-energy dog, they were originally bred to help Portuguese fishermen retrieve their nets and help guide their ships to shore. But the Portuguese Water Dog has come a long way from its origins. During Obama's presidency, there was not just one, but two of these rare dogs in the White House. Although Bo and Sonny are perhaps the most famous Portuguese water dogs, the Obamas are not alone in their love for this special breed. Besides being affectionate, playful and active, these dogs are also considered by many to be hypoallergenic. Perfect for Michelle Obama, who was said to be allergic to other breeds of dog. Now, with an average price of about $2,500, be ready to spend twice that in your first year alone. Why? Well, as a rare breed, you're advised to take them to the vet to do quite a few different tests to make sure that your furry friend is in tip-top shape. And speaking of furry friends, another fluff ball to consider is the Chow Chow. For this teddy bear-like breed, be prepared to pay up to $8,000. Chow Chows are believed to be one of the oldest dog breeds around, and many experts claim that they're actually direct ancestors of the Pomeranian. See the resemblance? Their fluffy manes also resemble those of a lion, but don't let that fool you. These dogs are perfectly suited to a domestic life. They tend to be very clean and very easy to train. Famous Chow Chow owners include Joan Crawford, Martha Stewart, and even Walt Disney. Last but not least, no list would be complete without a golden retriever. Now, the chances are you're very familiar with golden retrievers. You've probably seen them in movies like Air Bud or Homeward Bound, or maybe you've simply seen them walking in your neighbourhood. Either way, there's a reason why they're such a favourite, including with celebrities like Oprah Winfrey, Jennifer Aniston, Ben Affleck and George Clooney. But just because the golden retriever is a popular dog, that doesn't mean it comes cheap. The upfront cost can cost between $2,000 to $3,000, but don't forget about the medical costs. Trips to the vet for a golden retriever can cost up to $17,500 during its lifetime. If that cost doesn't turn you away, you'll end up with a dog that's loyal, easygoing, and super smart. Golden retrievers also make for great service dogs. With the correct training, they can be taught to provide a range of services, from helping kids with autism to sensing blood sugar fluctuations in people with diabetes. Again, this kind of training doesn't come cheap, so don't be surprised to pay up to $50,000 if you want a special support dog. But hey, for some people, having a service dog can be a life-changing experience. Just one of the many reasons why dogs really are a man's best friend. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favour, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing for lots more videos. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you on the next video.